most effective way to get top dollar for our clients when selling their home is a lot easier than you think. Staging your home is exactly what you need to do for your clients because NAR tells us that it sells for 10% more and 73% faster than homes that aren't staged. Staging isn't what you think it may mean, though. It doesn't necessarily mean bringing in this high-end furniture and filling up the home. There's simple things you can do on the front end before listing a home to get it ready to go that are as simple as decluttering, as simple as making it the palette look a little better for a consumer. So let's dive into that. Let's figure out what's the most effective ways to get top dollar and selling your property faster for your client. The easiest way when staging a home is to declutter and depersonalize. Walk through the house with your client. Remove things that are impeding walkways. Take down family pictures. We want to make it a space where people can walk into a home and feel like it's theirs. We don't want to have anything that's going to impede their ability to see themselves in a space, but instead see the seller. So we want to put our buyer clients in the best position possible to view it as their home when walking through our sellers' homes. Staging isn't just on the inside. We want to maximize curb appeal. We want to make sure the landscaping is on point. If that means hiring a landscaper, just doing a quick cleanup, maybe planting some seasonal flowers, anything that's going to attract the eye. Within that first 10 seconds, a buyer could say, I can see myself living here. And that's a super important thing because if the outside is already looking a little bit jankety, but the inside's going to wow them, why not make it both? So curb appeal is really important because you only get one first impression, and that is the exterior of the home. So staging isn't just applicable to the interior, it also is the exterior of the home. We as real estate agents can sometimes get really nervous about bringing up expenditures to our sellers. So when we walk into a house and we're seeing pink and purple rooms, I love pink and purple rooms. I'm a girl dad. That is fun, it's exciting, but we probably want to aim for a more neutral palette when selling a home. So don't be afraid to bring up a cost of, hey, these rooms are fantastic spaces, but I think if they have adult children, purple pony room may not be the best option. Even though my little one loves it, it may not be appealing to a broader buyer group. So just bringing up painting, neutral palette colors, maybe taking off accent pillows, maybe just presenting the home in the cleanest, most neutral way so the buyer can put themselves and their furniture and their decor in the space a lot easier than maybe not. When choosing the color palette, we want to stick to light neutral tones. What that does is expand the spaces, make them look larger on the eye than darker colors that can really narrow in on the spaces. So it's really important to just make that connection for the buyer with that home. And the easiest way to do that is for a clean neutral color palette. And it possibly alleviates the buyer coming down on price because the home's already painted and that's something the seller handled on the front end. Furniture placement. Now, staging doesn't mean always bringing in furniture. It also means arranging existing furniture. You want to arrange it to accommodate traffic flow. You want to arrange it to maximize the size of the space. So sometimes decluttering, and again, don't be hesitant to encourage the seller to get a storage unit or offer an alternative for them to place their furniture in different areas. We want to take the furniture outside of the home so that when our buyers are walking through, they can get a good sense of the space and also they can walk through without being impeded by the furniture that's there. We don't want to stage the home for daily use. We want to furnish the home for maximum spatial awareness. And that's where we're going to see traction with our buyers. Lighting is huge when it comes to staging. Bright spaces equal happy spaces. Switch out dim light bulbs for brighter light bulbs. Really warm it up with the light. Highlight the spaces as much as you can with that light that's going to be welcoming and not dark spaces or flickering lights or really bright LEDs. We really want to warm the spaces up and make them a delight to be in. Lighting plays a huge point in that. Open up the blinds, maybe take the blinds off the windows so that you can always have that sunlight coming in during the showings. make it the most accommodating as possible for the home to bring out all of its spaces with the light and the brightness that it can offer. Now, when we're dealing with a vacant house, it's a totally different animal. We want to bring in furniture that's going to highlight the spaces. When staging, again, we want to accommodate traffic flow. We want to highlight the key spaces, choosing pieces that are going to really expand and show off the size of the rooms or the openness of a floor plan. We don't want to rely on open empty spaces to show off. We want to fill them with furniture, one, that's aesthetically pleasing, and two, is an appropriate size and style for the house. So we don't want to bring in Spanish furniture into a mid-century modern house just because it's a piece that can show off a space. We really want it to all be cohesive and give the buyer the best experience in the home so that our sellers can maximize their top dollar. When staging, the key spaces to really stage are the living room, the kitchen, the primary bedroom, and bathroom. That's where the homeowner can really see themselves operating in the space because that's where they're going to spend the most time. Now that we've brought in the furniture, we want to accessorize. Accessorizing with intent is the key factor in bringing a space to life. Remember, we want to be tasteful. We want to use the right style on the right pieces of furniture so we can bring in some pop colors, maybe bring in some life to the space, but we don't want to be too over the top. It really matters because one throw pillow that's bright pink in a room that has nothing to do with pink can really change the mood of someone in the space and can really be distracting for a buyer. So we want to be tasteful. We do want to accommodate colors, but remember, less is more. Accessorizing is key, but do it tastefully. Tasteful modern accessories would be rugs, throw pillows, plants, and art. Remember, bringing that greenery can really help spaces when bringing in plants. Art needs to match the style of the home. And remember, keep the color minimal when using those throw pillows. Focusing on creating usable spaces with your staging, lifestyle moment spaces is key. If you have a little nook, throwing an Eames chair with a side table, an open book with a lamp, creating that moment where they can see themselves snuggling up and reading their favorite book or diving into their magazine or throwing their earbuds in and listening to an audible while in a cozy space could really make the difference in somebody visualizing themselves in that home rather than not. Deep cleaning, making repairs, making sure the house smells and sounds nice when you're in it. Those are all key elements once the home is staged and ready to go as the finishing touches. So create nice, fresh, welcoming smells and scents when you're in there. Lighting candles, I think, is great. Being seasonal is a great opportunity to show off your ability to meet people where they're at. If it's around Thanksgiving, bring in a Thanksgiving candle so they can see themselves in that space during that time. I think it's key to create those moments with sights, smells, and sounds inside the house that really make them feel at home. We all know that perception is reality in today's day and age. We as people, when we put ourselves out there on social media, what we are putting out there is how people perceive us. The same thing goes with listing a home. Whatever we put out there for people to view is how they're going to perceive the home. If we're sending out empty spaces, people will perceive that as an empty home. We want to have that home filled, a home ready to make memories, a home that's ready to be called their home. So remember, perception's reality. It's so important to put out really, really good listing material, and staging a home is exactly how you want to do that. So that listing will bring people in. When they're inside of it, they can experience it. And when they leave, they're going to want to come back. And that's what brings you an offer. Remember, 10% more, 70% faster. It is crucial for your sellers for you to perform this for them. If you're looking for an agent to list your home, the best choice you can make is a Stout team agent. We have agents across California, and we're looking to work with sellers like you. Give us a call today, or you can reach out to us in our DMs. You can reach us by commenting on this video or reaching out to us on social media.